Hey cousin, who you chillin' with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.
When Beyoncé released Cowboy Carter, she wasn't just making a country album. She was correcting history. Country music is often packaged as a white, southern tradition, but its DNA is unmistakably black. The banjo, one of the genre's signature instruments, was brought to America by enslaved Africans. Blues, gospel, and field songs shaped the sound log before Nashville made it commercial. And pioneers like DeFord Bailey, a black harmonica genius and the very first performer on the Grand Ole Opry in 1927, were erased from the narrative once the genre became profitable. Linda Martell, the first black woman to play the Opry in 1969, was marginalized and pushed aside. That erasure is racism disguised as cultural storytelling. It's the rewriting of history to uphold whiteness as the authentic face of country music while black contributions are buried. Beyoncé understood that Cowboy Carter was not assimilation, it was reclamation. Her lyrics, her sound, even her collaborations were pulling blackness back into the genre's center. But when the Country Music Association denied her acknowledgement and didn't invite her to its awards, they revealed the gatekeeping at work. It was an attempt to say, "You don't belong here." Beyoncé responded by building her own stage. On Christmas Day or during the NFL's nationally televised game, she turned halftime into the Beyoncé Bowl. That performance was bigger than the CMAs could ever dream of. The numbers confirm that. A declaration that black artistry doesn't need institutional permission. Her message was clear. You cannot erase us. You cannot box us out. And you cannot silence us from the very music we created. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show carried that same energy of confrontation, but aimed it directly at America's ongoing silencing of black voices. His use of Uncle Sam was no gimmick. Uncle Sam represented white America's voice, warning him and others not to be too loud, not to be too ghetto, not to make white viewers uncomfortable. It was a portrait of respectability politics, the pressure for black people to shrink themselves to survive. This wasn't just a metaphor. Black people have been punished for being unapologetically themselves. Serena Williams was dragged by media for doing a crip walk after winning Olympic gold in 2012. The press called her unprofessional and ghetto, claiming the dance tied her to gang culture. But what Kendrick spotlighted in his halftime show was the truth. Serena is the greatest. She comes from a culture, not gang culture, but a community of culture with dances and expressions that don't strip away greatness. By including her in his performance, Kendrick made it clear, black excellence doesn't have to sanitize itself to be legitimate. And then there's Colin Kaepernick, blackballed from the NFL in 2017 for kneeling peacefully against police violence. Again and again, America demands black silence in exchange for survival. Kendrick flipped that reality on the NFL's own stage. The league that once punished protests handed him the mic, and he used it to expose the game itself. He showed how survival often means learning to play by their rules, but also how art can break those rules wide open. The rebellion crystallized when he performed Not Like Us, despite threats of lawsuits. That moment said, "You can threaten us, you can police us, but you will never mute us." His show became rebellion disguised as entertainment, proof that the truth will always echo louder than the systems trying to contain it. The latest choice continues this thread. Bad Bunny isn't just a global superstar. He's been a political voice for Puerto Rico and Latinos worldwide. He called out Donald Trump after Hurricane Maria in 2017, criticizing the U.S. government's neglect and Trump's infamous moment tossing papers at Puerto Ricans like party favors. He's condemned ICE raids that terrorized immigrant families and went so far as avoiding touring in the U.S. at one point so undocumented fans wouldn't risk being arrested at his shows. Now in 2026, Bad Bunny is headlining the Super Bowl in the Bay Area, home to one of the largest Mexican and Latino populations in America. And while he hasn't hit the stage yet, the question isn't if Bad Bunny will make a statement. The question is, how big will the statement be? Because based on his history, he will make one. This isn't just a halftime booking. It's a statement at a time when Latino communities are once again being scapegoated in political campaigns. Trump's current administration has leaned on the same playbook as before, stoking fear about immigrants, taking jobs or being violent, weaponizing ICE, and pushing policies that disproportionately target Black and Brown communities. Bad Bunny's presence on the NFL's biggest stage counters that narrative. It tells America Latinos aren't an invasion. They are one of the backbones of this country. His halftime show will stand as a rejection of Trump's fear politics and a celebration of the very people he tries to vilify. Taken together, Beyoncé, Kendrick, and Bad Bunny's future performance will reveal a deliberate strategy. Jay-Z and Roc Nation aren't just producing halftime entertainment. They are curating interventions on America's biggest stage. The Super Bowl halftime show, once an escapist spectacle, has become a cultural battlefield. Each selection has forced the country to face uncomfortable truths. Beyoncé reclaimed country music from whitewashing and gatekeeping. Kendrick Lamar revealed the survival politics of being Black in America while refusing to shrink himself and also admitting sometimes you have to play the game to win. Bad Bunny will affirm Latino pride and resilience in the face of political scapegoating. This isn't a coincidence. It's a curriculum, a history lesson in real time. Jay-Z's goal seems to be forcing America to look at itself, even when it doesn't want to. And yet, while he creates these cultural moments, Jay-Z himself is constantly targeted. Online discourse paints him and his wife as greedy, out of touch, even predatory. Every business move is spun negatively. Every success framed as proof of corruption. His image is being tarnished because in America, powerful Black figures who push uncomfortable truths always become lightning rods. But here's the paradox. While the internet drags him, Jay-Z is using the NFL stage, one of the most mainstream American institutions, to fight for the visibility of oppressed voices. He's playing the game while bending it, leveraging access to highlight the very communities the system wants to erase. The message woven through these halftime shows is undeniable. Black and brown people built this country, its music, and its culture. And no matter how much erasure, whitewashing, or scapegoating takes place, their voices cannot be silenced. Beyoncé, Kendrick, and Bad Bunny aren't just artists performing on halftime stages. They are cultural historians, insurgents, and truth tellers. Under Jay-Z's vision, the halftime show has become America's mirror, reflecting the histories it tries to bury, the racism it tries to deny, and the people it tries to silence. The bigger picture is this: you cannot erase us, you cannot shrink us, and you cannot stop us from turning even the most American stage into a platform for truth.
Baby, te voy a dar una vuelta por la playita.